Hi friends, today we're going to be escaping from Ms. Annie's creepy teacher. It's a whole school of robots.
To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking Pomni here today!
Oh, let's pull this lever to short-circuit her. Great. Now we can finally escape from this classroom. It seems that this short circuit has caused the power to go out throughout the school, and now we'll have to move around in total darkness.
Okay, let's start looking for a way out of here. Oh no, look at that. It's that teacher. And now she's chasing us. Now we have to find a way out.
As we run away from her, I hope we can make it on the first try. We're running down some sort of hallway now, and I'm really hoping the exit is somewhere close by. Turn. Let's have a look.
Oh no, unfortunately it's a dead end. Looks like we're screwed. Yeah, look at that. She's got us.
Okay, looks like we're going to have to try this level on the second try. In fact, this game is even creepier than all the other games we've played, because in this game, these characters scream a lot louder and generally look a lot creepier.
Now we're going to have to find some other way, because we took the wrong way last time. Okay, let's just run the other way. We're going to go around the other corner. By the way, look, we found the red arrow.
Looks like we're on the right track. Now we should move along it. Great, we finally made it into the vent, and we can finally escape that robot. Now we're gonna have to do this parkour thing.
By the way, look at this. It looks like the power didn't go out everywhere. There's lasers working in here. We're in some kind of ventilation room. Now we're gonna have to jump on these rusty platforms.
Oh my god, look at them go down! Okay, now we're gonna have to get past these things that are trying to crush us. That was actually pretty easy.
Now we have to go up those stairs. Let's not delay. By the way, look at that, there's some kind of fan. But unfortunately, we touched the blades of this fan, and because of that, we lost.
Okay, now we can get past the next fan, and we easily did. And now we're out in some kind of gymnasium. Okay, let's run to where the red arrows are pointing.
Oh no, look at that. It's that teacher again. And she's running in our direction now. Now we're gonna have to find the right way out of here. Let's try to get away from her.
Looks like we're back in some kind of corridor. Climbing down there again. We don't have to guess the right way. Okay, let's just move towards the red arrows. And we got to some room with toilets again, where we jumped straight into the sewers.
Now we're going to have to get through all of this sewer. Now we need to jump over this green vapor, and then we're going to run forward and we get to some new location. Running along these rusty metal pipes, just running forward.
The important thing now is not to fall down. Look at how unreliable this pipe looks. I think we could easily fall down.
Okay, we ran all the way down this pipe. Good thing we didn't end up at the bottom. And now we're up to the top. It looks like it said we had to avoid some duck.
We're in some kind of sewer, and now it looks like we're gonna have to find a way out. By the way, do you hear that? I think there's a duck approaching us.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear it too. Now we're going to have to jump into this vent as soon as possible. Actually, it's just some rusty pipe and we easily escaped from this location. Now we need to climb up these stairs so that we don't get crushed by these sharp spikes.
Let's not hesitate and just run up to the top. Great, we're finally at the top, and now we've made it to some new location. Now we need to jump over all these lasers.
Okay, so far, all the challenges here are pretty easy. Now let's go up these stairs, and then we'll head to the exit.
By the way, look at these rusty traps. This is the weirdest school possible, because they actually have traps right on the floor. And now we're going straight to art class.
Look at these mannequins, they look pretty creepy. I don't think we should touch them, because I feel like as soon as we touch them, we'll be killed.
Okay, we've made it to some red room, and I think we can finally escape from here. Looks like we're finally outside, but from the looks of it, that's not the end of this game.
Now we have to run past this laser, and then we go to a new door. And we're back inside this school. Look at this. Now we're going into the cafeteria. And it looks like there's some weird pink liquid spilled on the floor.
Okay, let's try to run past all this. Oh no, look at that, some creepy robot chef, and it looks like he's trying to catch us.
Okay, we tried to get away from him, but we didn't succeed on the first try. I think we need to find another way. How can we run through this cafeteria without stepping in this pink liquid?
Look at that. Now we're gonna have to go through all these paths. Okay, let's get past this weird pink liquid. By the way, look at that. There's some kind of detour up ahead where we can finally get out of here.
This guy keeps trying to chase us, but I think he has absolutely no chance. And now we need to jump in here. Great, we've jumped into some kind of vent again. Now we're gonna have to run along it.
I wonder where we'll end up. Look at that, we're back in some kind of sewer. Looks like we're going to have to swim through this green liquid.
Honestly, I don't think I'd ever jump into any water like that in my life, but we can get through all these weird corridors. Okay, let's try to swim through them. Hopefully, the way out of here is as close as possible.
Yes, look at that. We finally swam out in some pool, and it looks like we're about to finally escape from here. We picked the wrong door at first, but now I think we're headed for the door we needed.
Wow, look at that! Looks like it's finally coming out. Yeah, now we have to get to the school bus. Okay, well, I guess we should just run like hell now.
Oh no, look at that. That robot is trying to catch us again, and it looks like she's called all her friends. There's that duck and the school chef.
Okay, let's hurry up and get on that school bus so these guys don't get us. All right, look at that. As soon as we got inside, that school bus shut down. Looks like we can finally get away from them.
Let's let you guys stay there, and we're finally getting out of here. Well, this game was really quite creepy, and it was very challenging. And now we can head straight to the next game.
Look at how bright this game is. We hit some button, and it looks like we've cut all the power. Now we can finally escape from here. Let's hurry up and start our playthrough of this game.
We jumped on some kind of platform, and now we're escaping out of here through the vent. Look at that! Looks like that's the little guy. Okay, now we're going to have to get out of here fast, and we've made it to some new location. Looks like we're gonna have to jump through these weird pipes now.
Okay, let's get this done soon. We've made a few jumps, and now we're moving on. Okay, we've made it to some new location, and now we need to jump on an airplane. Great, we jumped on it on the first try.
Now we press this button, and now we have to do some jumps. Whoa. Look at that. We were able to overcome all these platforms extremely fast. And now we have to jump on these strange brick platforms. Let's not hesitate any longer and pass this challenge.
Wow, we managed to get through that one too, and now we're moving on. Now we have to jump on some weird bricks. It's very similar to Jenga, and we made it through it again. Now we're going to have to go over these weird sticks. Judging by these sticks, they're marshmallows or something like that.
Look where we are! Now we have to cross this weird rope bridge. Oh my god, did you even see that? We just fell down. Looks like we weren't supposed to go over the edge. Okay, seriously, we fell down again. God, this game is really too hard.
Okay, well, now we've got some jumps to make, and we've done them. Now let's climb right into this cannon and try to fly forward. Wow, look at that. We've gone somewhere, but it looks like we've flown over.
So, where were we supposed to end up? And now we need to get to that cannon again. Actually, this game is much harder than all the others. Oh my god, look at this. We finally got where we needed to go. Well, now we're gonna have to climb up these ladders. Let's get to the top and get to the top.
All right, we're up. Now we've got to get around these bricks. Oh, look at that. Apparently they're too high for this vent, but we have to squeeze through somehow. So we did it again. Do you see this? It looks like some kind of very scary face.
Okay, we're moving on. Now we've broken another grate again, and now we've reached the room where little Bobby sleeps. Okay, we need to be as careful as possible. Hopefully he won't wake up because of our movements. Oh my god, look at this. This guy ran out after us, and now he's coming our way.
Okay, now we need to get away from him as fast as we can. Let's run where those yellow arrows are pointing. I hope this guy doesn't catch up to us, but he looks as creepy as possible. Look at his face! I think he's the ugliest kid there ever was.
Got to this staircase and climbed up it. I hope this guy stops following us. Oh my god, I'm really scared of the way he's following us. I think he's trying really hard to catch us. I hope the exit is as close as possible.
Oh my god, look at this. We got to some location, we pressed a button, and now we have to go into this vent. Great. We finally got away from that little guy. God, that guy was really annoying me. Look, it looks like we're falling right into his mouth now.
Oh no, wait. Did we end up in the innards of this baby Bobby? Okay, that was really, really creepy. And now we're gonna have to go all the way down his stomach to avoid being inside him. Hopefully we can get out of here soon.
Look at how weird his insides look. For some reason, all of his insides here look as flat as possible. And now we've died again because we touched some weird green thing. God, it looks like this game really is a lot harder.
Okay, looks like we need to be even more careful and do this all as carefully as possible. Well done, got through all that green stuff, and now we're moving on. Now we need to do some jumps, and we've done it again. Okay, now we need to do one more jump.
Great. We've made it through all those challenges again, and now we find ourselves in a hallway where apparently we'll need to hide from a giant rolling ball. Oh, look at that. It's some kind of weird green thing. It's entirely possible that this little guy ate some giant peas or something.
Okay, We're hiding from it again. And now we have to run for the exit as fast as we can. I hope that giant green thing doesn't crush us. All right, we're finally here. Look at this. There's some colorful platforms. The little guy swallowed them too.
And now we've gotten to the spine. Now we're jumping up and down his spine to get to the top. Actually, it's actually kind of weird that he has these things growing on his spine. They're supposed to look a little different.
And now we've even gotten to some kind of factory. Are you even seeing this? There really is a whole factory inside this little guy's body. Okay, it looks like we need to do some neat jumps. And we almost did them again, but unfortunately, we fell down.
Okay, now we have to be even more careful. The most important thing is not to touch that green liquid. Great, we finally managed to get through all these challenges, and now we need to go up this elevator with green gas. It actually looked a bit strange.
Okay, we pushed the button, and now we have to carry all that celery. I didn't actually think this guy eats celery, because you can't tell he eats healthy food at all. But now we're going to have to carry the celery forward, so we can finally get through this level.
We made it to some new location. I think we might even take this celery with us. Let's do it! And now we've fallen somewhere down. Okay, we still have that celery in our hands. Well, let's try to take it with us. Maybe it will even help us in some way.
Look how high we're jumping. We've somehow sped up a lot, and now we can run further. Oh no. Do you see that little guy's face? He keeps watching us. I hope this guy stops being so creepy watching us, because it's really creeping me out a lot.
We've made it to some new location. It looks like we can leave this celery here, and now we're going to take this cannon and start the boss battle. Look, these little guys start appearing out of nowhere and running in our direction.
Okay, this is really creepy. I hope we can beat them. In fact, the fact that they're jumping, it's really freaking them out. These guys, because they jump, they're starting to be almost elusive. Okay, the most important thing is to just shoot them. Don't stop them.
These guys jump too high. I feel like that makes them very likely to kill us. In fact, it pisses me off so much that they jump because it makes them very hard to kill. When they jump, it's almost impossible to hit them with those projectiles.
Okay, I see a few more little ones running in our direction, and we finally beat them all. Okay, now we can hide this thing and take the celery with us to go on our way. I find the fact that we're taking celery with us very amusing. I mean, I feel like absolutely no one has ever done that.
Let's take it somewhere forward. I think we should take him with us and go to the finish line with him. That would be so much fun. Okay, it looks like we've gotten to some stairs. Now we need to be up it. Actually, there are a lot of these places in this game where we have to travel very far distances.
And now we have reached the top of some mountain. Actually, these mountains look really weird too. They're kind of oval, and I think mountains are supposed to look slightly different. Okay, now we need to go down, and apparently there's some kind of transportation down there that we're going to leave on.
So let's go down this slide extremely slowly now so we can finally get going. Is it just me, or is that a baby's head? Okay, that looks super weird. I hope that head isn't alive because I'm going to be really scared. I'm going to be really scared that this head might eat us.
So now let's get to the top of these stairs and jump on top of his head. All right, we're good to go. Okay, now let's get going. Wait, really? We left that celery there?
Okay, looks like we should have taken him with us. That celery did not continue with us to the very finish of this game. We're driving this car, and I hope we get to the very finish line of this game now. Let's just go ahead and hopefully that's finally the end of this game because it's a very long game.
Okay, we made it here, and look at that. We even set a complete record. We came in first place amongst the guys on the server. It's like we're really legends of this game. Well, I'm really enjoying it a lot. Now I think it's time to head to the next game.
I'm really creeped out by the whole environment here. Look at this design. There's some creepy rusty platforms all over the place.
Now we have to get over all these creepy platforms to go further. By the way, we've reached some stairs. Let's take it to the top.
Apparently, we need to run to this red button. Okay, we pressed it. And now, with the help of these weird fans, we were able to head onward. We're going through this game really fast today.
Look at how quickly we were practically at the end of this ordeal. And now we've pressed some button, and now apparently we're going to have to take this elevator up to the top.
Okay, now we're going to run amongst the metal pipes. Let's do it fast. By the way, look at this. I can already see a door ahead that we need to run through. We opened it, and it looks like we're in some kind of storage room or something.
Now we're going to need to put different objects up here so we can climb up. But it seems to me that if we add one ladder here, it would be enough. It looks like we're having some trouble getting up here.
Let's try to get this done soon. This guy seems to be the one causing us problems. It looks like, because he's standing downstairs, we've got all these objects moving around a little bit.
Let's try to move the ladder and climb up. All right, we finally managed to do it. Now we're moving through some ventilation. Now we need to find a way out of here as quickly as possible.
Let's just keep running forward. Hopefully we'll find a way out of this vent soon. Because I really want to get out of here. To be honest, I'm as scared as I can be of everything that's going on in here. Okay, looks like we've reached some kind of school hallway.
Look at us now. We're being chased by this creepy teacher. He's got so many teeth. It's like he wants to eat us so badly.
We finally found some kind of key, and now we need to get into the office with that key. Finally! Twerking, and we were able to open it. Great. It looks like we've made it into the gym.
Now we're going to have to go through this whole gym. It seems too gigantic to me. It's like our character's too small. We just jumped over a huge chasm with the help of some kind of springboard.
And now we've used a stick to get to the other end. Now we're going to have to get to the top. Okay, we've made it to some stairs, and now we've climbed up them to the next challenge.
And here, we need to cross the bridge so that we don't get hit by the boxer. And now we are going down to the next platforms with the help of this. And it looks like now we have to make jumps with the help of these springboards. Let's get to this challenge as soon as possible.
Now we have to go up these stairs. All right, we finally did it. Now we need to take this basketball and hit it right into the hoop. Wow, we did it the first time. What are we, LeBron James?
And now we've reached another school hallway. It looks like there's another school teacher riding a Segway here. Apparently, he's going to try to catch up with us now.
I think he has a much better chance of catching up with us on a Segway. By the way, there was some maximally creepy face in the ventilation grate. It really freaked me out. And we got to some toilet cubicle that had an exit.
Now we have to overcome it. Now we will have to travel through the ventilation again. And we have gotten into some very strange room. Here we need to hit the target with this sword.
And now, because we're in it, we've been able to make this bridge. Okay, now we're gonna have to go up these stairs, and then we're gonna go straight to the giant arrow tube. All right?
Let's get up there. Now we've got to get through all these lasers. Hopefully we can actually get through them all. Oh, great. Look at that. We've finally made it to the top, and now we have to jump into this vent.
I think there are too many vents in this game. They're everywhere. We're going somewhere along them, but it looks like this vent is going to be much longer than all the others. Okay, we've gotten to some point, and it looks like this is where this character got in the middle of the path.
It seems to me that if she had stood a little to the left, there's no way we could have gotten around her at all. Well, okay, we've gone on. Now we're going to have to push the button on the vending machine and run forward with the help of an energy drink.
Okay, let's just run forward as fast as we can. Now we need to jump on these platforms, and then we're going to head to the next one. And now we're going to need to run along these yellow arrows. I hope we can actually make it.
Okay, let's just run forward no matter what. Now we're going to have to jump on these platforms. By the way, there's a real huge amount of jumps, and it's really cool. Look at that.
Looks like we finally made it to the end of this challenge. Let's see what lies ahead. We're going to have to drive these weird little cars.
Let's just sit down. Looks like we're about to have a race with this guy. I hope we can beat him. Look at how slow these cars are going.
I feel like when we had the energy drink, we even moved a lot faster. The most important thing is to hit all the platforms with acceleration, because that way we can increase the gap with this opponent. We need to keep moving forward.
By the way, look at this. There are so many platforms with accelerations that we can accelerate very much here in order to go further. We just need to keep moving forward and not turn around, because this teacher may be right behind us, although I can't hear him at all.
Oh, okay, it looks like we've now jumped over a giant chasm, and now we're driving right into this door. Oh, great. Look at that. It looks like we've actually managed to overtake this guy, and now we're getting to the finish line.
Look at how big that gap was. Okay, now we have to climb up this drain pipe to the top, and then we'll have to move around on all these platforms. I hope we can actually do this.
Look, and we have made a few jumps, and now we can go on. We've jumped over the chasm again, and now we'll need to go down. It looks like we're about to have a fight with the final boss.
Let's go down those stairs and finally start fighting him. Hopefully he won't be too difficult. Now we need to get our weapons. Look at this.
Looks like we'll have to fight him with our straw. Okay, it looks like we need to shoot him without stopping. Let's hurry up and do it.
This guy is throwing books at us, but it looks like we've done a really good amount of damage to him already. By the way, look at him. He has other types of attacks. When he jumps up, he emits some kind of creepy red wave.
But we were finally able to beat it, and now the thing's blown up. Okay, well, that victory was actually pretty easy. I liked it a lot. Now I think we should get on that creepy school bus.
In fact, I would never get on a bus like this in real life because it looks extremely unreliable. But we finally got it open, and now we're in this seat and can head straight to the next game. We've already walked into this giant clown mouth, and right now you and I have to run along this railroad track.
Let's see where we tie up next. We got to some kind of lava by the looks of it. This is where this whole railroad collapsed.
Okay, we've run through all that lava, and now we need to follow this red balloon. We're in some really creepy locations. Look at that. There's a giant toothy mouth down there.
I hope we don't fall into it. Now we have jumped on these inflatable balls, and next we will run with you along these pipes. And now we're in a whole new location. Look at that! We're gonna have to run through these giant rusty pipes. I hope this fire set doesn't burn us. Now, as carefully as possible. Let's just keep moving forward.
All right, we've passed that test. Now we have to jump on other rusty metal pipes. I really hope we don't fall down because these pipes are quite twisty and it's very difficult to run on them.
I feel like if I were in a place like this in real life, we definitely wouldn't be able to go further than 5 meters. By the way, look at those creepy clown hands coming right out of the wall trying to catch us. But we got past them.
Now we have to jump on these creepy rusty pipes, and we did it again. Now let's go up this giant spiral staircase. I feel like this kind of challenge is put in just about every creepy game out there. This one is easy too, because we've done it so many times before. All right, we're finally at the top of this ladder. Now we're gonna have to get through this thin, rusty pipe.
We have to be as careful as possible not to fall down. Will we? Unfortunately, we fell down. God, it looks like we're not gonna get through this game on the first try.
Well, now let's be even more careful and try to pass this test on the second try. I think we can do it now. And now we just need to walk along this pipe and not fall down.
Look at that. We're almost through it. Let's hurry up and run for it. All right, now we've got to climb these stairs and we'll be on our way.
Look at those circular saws coming right out of the floor. Okay, we got past them easily, and now we're going straight to the stairs, which we're going to use to get to the top.
Looks like we're finally going to be free. Oh no. Look at this. We're up against some fence, and now we're going to have to go up on this Ferris wheel. Where do you see this guy? It's a creepy, toothy clown who's chasing us with a knife. Okay, now we're going to have to get away from him. Great, we finally get on this Ferris wheel, and it looks like this guy keeps trying to chase us. He's really running after us with a knife, but he's going to have absolutely no luck, because we're already going up to the top of this Ferris wheel.
Let's get to the top as soon as possible. Apparently, we're in for a new challenge. Okay, look at this. We've reached some weird wooden flooring. Now we're gonna have to run on these planks.
In fact, it looks extremely impractical. I feel like in real life, we'd fall off of these for sure. Okay, let's jump on these balloons now, and then we'll go up these stairs.
Apparently, we're gonna have to jump into this ride. Okay, it looks as precarious as possible, but it looks like we'll need to go down to the bottom. Look, there's lava at the bottom.
Oh no! Are we about to be roasted alive? But I hope we can get past all this lava. Okay, our ride has stopped, and now we have to run through these weird challenges with these creepy rusty metal spears.
Okay, that was pretty easy too. We've jogged forward, and now we'll have to head onward. I think it's pretty weird that such a fun place for kids has challenges like this.
Actually, it's nothing like the rides. Okay, let's go past these weird things now. I hope they don't knock us off this bridge. Great, we made it through too, and now apparently we have to run straight into this orange portal.
Well, okay, let's hurry up and get there. I hope it teleports us to an interesting place. And it looks like we're in some other dimension altogether. Look at that, there's some kind of giant volcano.
Now we have to cross this wooden bridge. And then we have to run across these rusty platforms. Okay, let's be as careful as possible and run past these weird things that look like some kind of giant flamethrowers or something.
The most important thing is not to touch those flames, or we'll be burned alive. Great, we finally passed this test. And now we have to jump on these rusty metal pipes. The most important thing is to jump as carefully as possible.
Oh no, unfortunately, we've fallen back down again. Geez, it looks like this game is really much harder than any game we've played before. Okay, I hope we can pass this challenge on the second try.
Oh, great. Look at that. We actually managed to jump through all those metal pipes. Now we have to go into this yellow portal. Wow, look at that. That yellow portal really sped us up.
And now we're gonna have to jump on these giant slabs of stone. Now we're gonna have to move forward. By the way, look at that. There's a weird huge island there for some reason.
Oh no, we lost again because we looked in the wrong direction. Well, now we're going to have to pass this challenge on the second try. Let's try to concentrate as much as possible on the fact that we need to land exactly on these stone platforms.
Okay, let's just keep running forward. Hopefully we can definitely run through them all now. By the way, this island does look pretty strange. I wonder when we'll get there.
Wow, look at that. We've reached some kind of giant castle. Well, okay, looks like we're going to have to go straight into that blue portal now. I wonder what kind of acceleration it'll give us.
Okay, looks like he gave us a jump power boost. Look how high we can jump. Now we need to use this super jump to jump to the top.
I hope that won't be a problem for us either. Okay, let's just keep moving. Now we're going to have to jump over all these platforms, and then you and I are going to climb to the top of this tower.
Great, we're finally here, and there's some kind of yellow portal again, and it's really accelerated us again. Just keep running.
Would you look at that? We're jumping right into this volcano, and we somehow teleported to the clown's house. Looks like now we're going to have to go into this maximally creepy entrance.
Let's go straight into this house. Look at that! Looks like we've got some seriously creepy challenges ahead of us. Okay, now we're gonna have to jump over these purple lasers on the floor.
In fact, it all looks pretty weird because the walls of this room are constantly narrowing. And we finally made it. Now we're going to have to keep running. The main thing now is not to touch these traps, because otherwise we will have to go through this ordeal all over again.
Wait, seriously? We actually touched that trap? I thought we ran right past it. Let's try to pass this test again. We're too bad at this game because we die too often.
Okay, look, we're almost to that door. Let's hurry up and get to it. All right, looks like we're off to the next challenge.
Look at this. We've never seen anything like this before. It's like the Fall Guys trials. Okay, let's get past all these weird laser things. The key is just not to fall down.
Here we easily made it to the next door. Look at this, it's another challenge. It looks like now we have to run along this conveyor belt and not fall down.
Okay, I think we'll be able to pass this challenge too because it actually looks pretty easy. The most important thing is not to touch those weird platforms.
Okay, we finally made it through this challenge. Well, now we've gone through another door and ended up in some strange place. Looks like we're going to have to ride this roller coaster now.
Okay, we got on this wagon, but it seems to be the only one. It doesn't have any other wagons attached to it. Okay, let's see where it takes us.
It seems that now we will have to go through this whole attraction. In fact, the sound of this ride is as loud and scary as possible. Okay, it looks like we're going to be going forward now.
I hope this is the way to finally get out of this creepy carnival. Look at that, we're up as high as we can go. Oh no, there's a cliff ahead.
It looks like we're about to fall down. Look at that, we took off. But it looks like with this, we were able to fly over the fence of this carnival and finally get out of here. Really enjoyed this game a lot. And now I think it's time to go straight to the next game. Just look at him. He really does look like some kind of very strange creature. And for some reason, he has a huge number of heads.
By the way, just look. For some reason in this ventilation, this guy's standing here with burgers. It's weird that he's not moving at all. Okay, let's move on. They decided to change it up a bit here. By the way, just look at this guy. It looks like he got eaten by this fly trap.
Okay, now we've pressed the button, and now we're going to jump on these platforms. After that, we're going to grab a wrench and break this vent. Let's do it quickly. By the way, it looks like this guy has absolutely no idea what he's doing.
And now we will need to escape from this boss. He really looks as creepy as possible. For some reason, the developers decided to attach a huge number of heads to a huge body. God, just look at all these scary heads. Okay, good thing we managed to escape from him. And now we jumped on this weird wooden pipe, and then we need to go along it straight to the ventilation. Okay, let's run there quickly. I wonder what locations await us ahead.
By the way, just look. In this ventilation, there is this maximally creepy character. Okay, we finally found ourselves in the room with toilets. Now we will need to dig a tunnel with the help of this shovel. We will go with you straight to the dungeon.
Wow, we're finally here. And all the platforms are multicolored. They glow in the weirdest way possible. By the way, just look at this player. He has a super weird skin. Okay, now we have to get through all these platforms.
And then we'll run along this bridge. By the way, it seems to me that the developers made the planks here too big for some reason. Okay, now we need to get this giant skull, and then we'll jump over these weird spiked holes.
Let's do this quickly, great. We finally got to this corridor with the huge rock swinging. Now we have to wait for it to roll past us, and then we'll head straight to the next boss.
Great! Let's hurry up. Maybe we'll get crushed. We managed to hide from him, and now we can go straight to this ladder. let's go up it and go straight to the second boss in this game.
Oh my god, look at how creepy she looks. She has this crazy look in her eyes, and she's running after us with this torch. Wait, seriously, there was a cat right next to the lever. Okay, that was a little weird.
Good thing we managed to trick this boss and finally got to these half-ruined steps. In fact, everything in this game looks extremely strange. Did you even see that we just ran past a stick with several players sitting on it?
It looked super weird. We never usually see that in games like this. And now we're going to have to take this elevator up. By the way, look, all our friends are here. They're somehow tangled up in this web. Okay, well, we've reached the location where we'll need to drink this energy drink. And then we'll speed up and run along these platforms. By the way, there's a huge number of different weird models here. And it scares me a little bit.
Because they all have the most creepy look. By the way, just look at this giant green character. He's standing right here, looking at us. Okay, I want to run past him as quickly as possible. And by the way, we finally got to the end of this challenge.
Now we need to climb up these ladders to get straight to the storage room. Let's do it quickly. And by the way, here again, one of these characters is eaten by a giant fly trap. Okay, we got the ladder. Now we need to put it right under the ventilation.
By the way, this fly trap even slightly hindered us. Okay, well, we put this ladder, now we need to climb up it. Let's quickly find ourselves straight in this ventilation. Great, next location.
Here we need to jump on this giant blue bridge without the fan going over these spikes. By the way, just look. This guy is sitting right in the flower for some reason with the weirdest face possible. Okay, that looks pretty funny.
And now we will have to go through 2 of the most boring tests in this game. By the way, it is good that the developers decided to make the pipes here wide enough, because thanks to this, we can go through this game much faster.
Okay, by the way, just look. For some reason, they decided to change the look of these platforms. They look incredibly strange. In fact, the textures in this game look mega disgusting, and I absolutely do not like the way the design looks in this game.
Okay, let's move on. Wait, what just happened? Did we actually fall through a crack in that platform? That was incredibly weird, and I think it's something that needs to be fixed in this game.
Okay, let's run to this ladder as soon as possible. By the way, the developers also decided to change these metal bridges. Because of this, it became much easier to pass this game. And we finally found ourselves in the ventilation.
Now let's head to this hallway with the fans. Okay, now we're just going to have to wait for the airflow to take us straight to the end of this challenge, because the distance between the platforms here is pretty small.
Oh no! Look at this, it looks like we're stuck in textures. We need to get out of here somehow. Great, we finally did it. Well, now we'll have to jump over all these weird chasms.
Great, we finally did it. Now let's go up these stairs. We're in a giant wind tunnel and we need to do it right the first time. Great, we did it, we're right in the ventilation.
We're going to set a pro game record today, and now we're right in the cafeteria. Now we need to run to this bazooka and quickly defeat this boss. By the way, he also looks pretty scary, but he doesn't look as scary as the previous boss.
Because he has a pretty kind face. Let's keep shooting at him and not stop, so that we can finally defeat him and head straight to that hill.
Now let's slide down this hill as quickly as possible. Great, we're right here.
Now we have to fly over a giant chasm. Just look, we actually did it on the first try, and now we have 2 last tests to go before meeting the final boss.
Now we need to go up this ladder, and then we'll find ourselves in a giant wind tunnel with lasers. And we're finally at the top, now we need to fly up.
By the way, just look. For some reason, they added textures of different characters here. It looks extremely creepy, because they look at us with their most terrible eyes. I hope that we will pass this test as soon as possible, because I am starting to feel uneasy.
Okay, let's get to the top quickly. Cool. We're finally here, and now we have one last challenge to complete before we meet the final boss. Now we're going to have to climb up this ladder where we're going to take the bar.
Next, we will move these bars between these platforms. Let's do it quickly. By the way, the placement of the platforms in this game is also extremely strange because it seems to me that we could just jump over them.
And we finally found ourselves in the location with the final boss. Let's just shoot at his weak spot. Now we need to shoot at his hands in order to blow them up. By the way, we almost broke the first hand.
Great, we finally did it. Now we need to concentrate and shoot the second one so that we can finally defeat this guy. By the way, he hasn't hit us with a single shell yet.
Great, we finally beat him. Just look at this guy, he's about to explode. Great, well, now I guess we can hop in this SWAT vehicle and head straight to the next game.
Our friends at the Amazing Digital Circus have been through this game before. I remember that for sure, but I don't remember where it ended last time. So I think now would be a good time to fully explore this game and see what happened here after all.
Our friend says we have allies here, and we need to find them. By the way, I think our subtitles are in a slightly different language. We need to fix that right away. Okay, let's begin our journey.
I'm actually really scared of horror games. I feel like I'm gonna be insanely scared here. Okay, let's start to see what challenges await us here.
Apparently, we need to find a battery somewhere to open this door. Okay, let's start our exploration of this location and finally find it. We found some kind of lever that we can use to jump across the chasm. Awesome. We finally did it. Now I think it's time to get that battery and use it to open this door.
Let's hurry back to this door and use this battery. We're a little stuck in the textures, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay, let's hurry up and run right over there.
Oh, great! We finally got that battery in, and now we need to scan our blue hand. Great, we can go ahead. God, this long hallway is freaking me out. I hope nothing pops up here as unexpectedly as possible.
By the way, look at that. We found some kind of location. Oh my God, look at that. It's our friend Piggy. Looks like this guy's been through a lot. Okay, looks like we found some weird note, and I think we can move on now. Oh my God. We ended up in some kind of cave with stalactites.
Oh my God. Look at all these toys scattered all over the place from our friends, the smiling critters. Oh my God. It looks like those guys have been through a lot. By the way, I remember that our friends smiling critters have been in our videos before. They even did voiceovers for a few of our videos. It was unreal cool.
Okay, it looks like we can use our blue hand to move various objects. And we can also sneak. Well, we've moved on. And it looks like we're going to have to fully explore this cave now. Let's see what lies ahead.
To be honest, that red lighting freaked me out a little bit. Good thing we found that lever quickly, and with it, we were able to jump over the chasm.
Look at that. It's our friend Catnap again. Okay, buddy, I think we'll leave you here and we'll move on. And now we have to go forward. There's some kind of cart here, but I don't think we need to move it. We've now made it over this cliff, and now we have to head to checkpoint 1A. Let's go inside and see what's in here.
It's good that there were no screamers so far because the atmosphere of this game scares me as much as possible. By the way, in addition to the purple hand, we also have an orange hand with which we can burn various unnecessary items, and we got to some giant warehouse. Look at the sheer number of different toys. It looks like they've been treated with the utmost disgust. Okay, I think we need to get out of this place now. Let's go along these white lights.
Look at that! It's our friend Catnap! Buddy, why are you in there? Okay, I don't think it's that important. We should get out of here as soon as possible. Oh my God, what happened? Looks like those floodlights went off, and I think that door closed. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to find a way around it.
Wait, do you hear those noises? Oh my God, don't tell me that. Wait, seriously? These guys are starting to attack us. Oh my God, they're Huggy Wuggy toys, only for some reason they're red and yellow. Okay, we gotta get away from these guys. Let's find a way out of here.
It looks like we should be heading in the direction of that flashing light. It's possible that it'll send us straight to the exit. Yeah, we've got a new assignment. We need to find another way into the prison. By the way, I'm still not quite sure which prison we're actually going to, but it looks like we finally found some kind of workaround.
Let's go in here and see what's in here. It looks like there's another room of some kind in here that has a tape in it. I think we should definitely listen to what's inside this tape.
They're showing us some kind of video. Wait, really? We're going to be trained to use an arm we already have? Okay. I think that's about as useless as it gets. Well, I think we should skip this video and go on to find a workaround to finally get to the prison.
By the way, there are a huge number of different items in this location. I think that now we should hurry back because here all the exits are blocked. I think it will be maximally scary because we can be attacked again by these evil toys. But I hope that doesn't happen.
Okay, let's go that way. By the way, we can still use our hand to light our way. This is very useful, but unfortunately, this hand has a limited number of shells that take too long to regenerate.
Okay, we found another note, but we're definitely not going to read it because it's boring and tedious. We headed back, but apparently these toys are no longer here, so we finally found a workaround. All we had to do was climb one of the mountains of these toys.
Looks like we're gonna have to go downstairs now. Okay, this bypass looks as unreliable as possible. By the way, look at this. It looks like we need to use the purple hand to get across.
Great, we've managed to jump over the chasm, and now we're on some platforms. I think we should move on now. Another lever that we were able to use to jump across the abyss.
And by the way, the phone's ringing. Let's hear what Ollie has to say.
Hey, it's me again, Ollie. I wanted to talk to you. Before you go inside, I mean. Everything you've seen out here, the piles, the dead, they all came from inside.
I think she's been talking for too long.
Just shut up and let us hear the rest of it. It's important to the story.
It's hell. But she also hasn't seen it like I have. It's worse now. Worse than ever. Just try to stay safe. Please. Don't let your guard down for even a second. I'll try to help you when I can.
Okay, useful information just a little bit. Well, now we need to get the train running somehow. Let's try moving these crates. It's quite possible that they'll get us somewhere.
I think we definitely need to move these 2 crates here in order to climb this huge wagon. I think if we move them like a ladder... Yes. Look at that. We finally managed to get up there, and there's something flashing.
Oh my god, look at this toy. It's starting to have a skeleton. Oh, and by the way, there was some kind of key near it. It looks like it's the key to that room. Let's hurry up and open it and go inside. There might be something useful in this room.
And by the way, I think there was another locked door here, but unfortunately we can't open it with this key. So, let's go into this room and see what's inside. There was a tape in here, and it looks like we should listen to it too.
I remember the cassettes are gray, not important. So I think we should now get to work on this generator and start trying to get this train running. There are electric poles here that we need to wrap our electric arm around in order for this train to start.
We've already lit 2 electric poles, and now we need to find another place where we can close our electric circuit. And we finally found it. Well, it looks like this train is finally running, and now we'll need to take this train onward.
Well, it was very interesting, but there were as few scrimmers as possible, so I think we'll see them in the next part of our walkthrough. Give us a like and write a comment if you are waiting for the second part. And now let's go straight to the next game.
Behind, and I won't sacrifice our plan.
Looks like we spawned in her bedroom. Let's start the escape from here. Now we've opened the door, and now apparently we're going to have to go downstairs.
Look at that! It looks like we're going to have to go through this game in difficulty mode today because there are extra challenges.
Okay, we've made it to these cookies, and now it's time to get them. Great, we finally have them. But Grandma has noticed that we've decided to steal them, and now she's right behind us.
Well, first we need to get the key to the attic so we can escape through it, and then we'll start running away from this granny. The most important thing is to avoid those weird yellow puddles. In general, it is absolutely incomprehensible where these puddles came from. Looks like Granny's gotten on her elevator and now she's following us up to the 2nd floor. Oh, great. We have a pretty good amount of time to open the attic and we're finally here.
By the way, look at this! It looks like there's some kind of live electrical wire here now. The most important thing is not to touch this wire, because otherwise, we will die immediately.
By the way, in addition to these difficulties, there are also boards here that break, so you have to get up on them very carefully.
Look at those cute little rats, but I think they're only cute on the outside. If we touch them, they'll eat us. Well, now we've reached the next room in the attic. Bro, you seriously couldn't pass this test?
Have you even seen how many obstacles there really are? I think I'm going to be doing this one for a long time.
And I think the problem is that you are just a noob in this game. Concentrate more on getting through this game.
Brother, you're trapped again! Oh my god, I think you should practice a little more.
Okay, can you guys just shut up and let me get to the next save?
By the way, for some reason the puddles here are green in color. Okay, that was pretty weird, but it didn't stop us from walking past them. We're finally free. But it looks like Granny is going to catch us again. I think it would have been much more logical to try to jump over the fence, but for some reason we decided to go down into the thing that looks a lot like a grave. And now it looks like we're in for some more challenges.
Jesus, bro, I think you need to focus on this game a little better.
If you talk a lot of nonsense, I think you're going to have to sit down and go through it yourself, because I think it's realistically too hard.
It's too hard, really? Bro, it's child's play. Just concentrate better. By the way, you lost again. Okay, I guess we'll give it a few more tries.
In fact, I can't watch him go through this game and constantly lose. He finally jumped over that thing. Now we have to be careful. Wait, really? You died even here?
Okay, bro, I feel like we're really gonna be going through this game instead of you soon.
Just be quiet for a while and let me concentrate better.
You finally made it through that tunnel. Well, now I hope you can jump on these platforms. The most important thing is not to touch.
Wait, really? You did it again? It's a good thing the save was right in front of those platforms. Otherwise, I couldn't stand the fact that you'd have to go through the ordeal a million times over.
I think we should really shut up and just wait until he finally passes the whole ordeal. By the way, look, he finally managed to jump on that platform. Whoa! Looks like we really need to help him.
We finally made it to this elevator. Well, let's go up to the second floor now. Hopefully there won't be any further difficult trials because on some trials we get stuck for too long.
And we got to some sort of spiral staircase. Let's be careful. Wait, really? There's some giant fireball with spikes coming down these stairs.
Okay, I think the best solution is to try to climb up that railing, and by the way, it really helps us pass this test. Okay, well, the most important thing is to just hit the jump button in time when that ball rolls by us.
Finally, we're up there. Well, now it looks like we're in for an even bigger challenge. Look at that weird swinging axe. By the way, it was as easy as possible to get past it.
And now we find ourselves in some creepy hallway with zombie kids chasing us. Okay, looks like we're going to have to take the best route to keep these kids from catching up to us. But they're running pretty close to us. Now let's try to finally get away from them.
Look at that. We finally found this ladder we can use to get upstairs. Okay, looks like these kids are destined to stay downstairs and we're gonna have to get out of here now. And I think I can hear that grandma again.
She's grumbling again somewhere nearby. Yeah, she's already seen us and she's coming after us. It looks like we can't jump the fence again, so we head straight for the basement.
And we're going downstairs again. And look at that, it's our little rat friends again. Okay, bro, I think we'll leave you here and run down these metal pipes.
By the way, look at this. There's another baby here, but I don't think we should communicate with him. He looks too aggressive, and we can move on.
It looks like we're about to face our next challenge. Yes, look at that. We're going to get on this weird motorcycle and ride on these platforms.
By the way, this grandma's house is the weirdest possible. In addition to having giant catacombs, a giant basement, she also has a giant go-kart track. It's unrealistically weird.
Hopefully, we'll be able to set a record in passing this location. The main thing now is just to go forward very fast. I think the finish line is as close as we can get. Now we have to go through all these zigzags.
Yeah, look at that. We finally crossed the finish line and made it to the next door. I think this will be the final challenge before we face the final boss.
Now we're going to have to avoid colliding with these giant balls. It's like a ball of yarn or something. It's possible that this grandmother is a knitter.
Okay, we finally ran out into the backyard, and now it looks like we're going to have to fight this grandma. Let's hurry up and run!
By the way, it's as weird as it gets that this bazooka even has a laser sight. Okay, well, it looks like Grandma's not the only one here. She's called all her friends, and it looks like all those friends are starting to jump the fence to get to us. The key is to keep moving and just shoot them.
It's a good thing they move slowly enough. Otherwise, they would have gotten to us very quickly. They're getting bigger. They're showing up more often. Okay? The most important thing is to be careful not to let any of the grannies get close to us.
We finally beat them all? Looks like Granny's finally been defeated. Now we have to get up to that treehouse. Let's see what's waiting for us up there. I've dreamed of a giant treehouse like this my whole life.
Okay, this looks like a winner's room. Look at this. There's some kind of cookie jar in here. Let's try to eat them. Oh, look at that. After we eat these cookies, we get bigger. Let's try to eat as many of these cookies as we can and see what happens.
We spent a very long time eating these cookies and growing in size. We were as curious as possible about what would happen after we ate the maximum number of cookies and what the maximum size of our character could be. And look what we got out of it.
Look at how gigantic we've gotten. I don't think any granny will want to argue with us after we've gotten so huge.
Well, okay. It looks like we made it through this game perfectly. Look at how gigantic we've gotten. Okay, I really enjoyed this game as much as possible, and I think it's one of the best games in Roblox. Now, I think it's time to head straight to the next game, where we'll be escaping from Siren Head.
Let's take a look at the challenges here. So far, for me, this is one of the creepiest games we've played because of the unusual atmosphere.
Okay, let's be as careful as we can. Now we've jumped over this vapor, and next we're going to have to go down.
Okay, there are a lot of spikes to jump over, and we did it with ease. Now we're in the next location. Look at this.
Just now there was some really creepy woman with long hair in this window. Okay, we've reached the next location. Now we're gonna have to go upstairs. Oh no, oh my god, you see that? The guy's starting to chase us. Okay, I hope he doesn't catch up to us. Wait, he can actually climb ladders? Okay, this looks like one of the toughest bosses ever, but we were able to escape him.
We fell into this pit, and now we have to jump on these rusty platforms without stopping. And we did it! Finally! Now we have to get across all these platforms. Okay, it looks like it's going to be really quite difficult because they're wobbly.
Oh my god, we just almost fell. Okay, let's try to be even more careful. Now we're gonna have to do one more jump. All right, we did it. And now we're gonna have to climb up.
God, these electrical things really freak me out. The key is not to touch them. Great, we've made it through the whole ordeal, and now we're moving on to a new location. Oh my god, do you see this creepy hallway? Looks like we need to move as carefully as possible here and do it without touching these guys with boxes on their heads.
In fact, there are a lot of these guys out here, and crashing into them is really scary. Okay, let's be as careful as we can. I think we've gotten through them all, and now we're moving on.
We went into the next location, and here apparently we have to overcome all these creepy things. Okay, it's the falling spike thing. It killed us. Okay, now we have to try a second time to pass this challenge. Hopefully, on the second try, we can actually do it.
Let's try to be more careful than always. Okay, now we've managed to get through again, and we finally made it through again. Look at how dark it is in here. It looks like that guy's coming after us now. Oh no, oh my god, he's chasing us. I hope we find some way out of here right now. Let's hurry up and find it. Yeah, well, we finally got to the rope, and now we're gonna use the rope to get up there.
Now we're in some sort of vent, and it looks like we're in a giant arrow tube. Okay, the important thing is not to fall down. I hope those skeletons don't bump us.
Okay, now we've climbed up these stairs, and then we have to get over all these rusty platforms. Now we've climbed up another ladder, and we're in a new location.
Okay, we were able to jump right down, and now we're in some new place. Looks like we need to find something in these boxes. Okay, let's be as careful as we can. We found some sort of pickaxe. Now we've got this miner's helmet on, and next we're going to have to dig the right way out of here. Okay, that's actually pretty easy. The most important thing is not to touch those creepy blocks with the crosses on them or we'll die.
Now we just need to find a way out of here. We're digging in some random direction. Hopefully we'll finally get to the right place. Right now, the key is to push these blocks.
To be honest, I have absolutely no idea what direction we're digging in yet. Great, we finally found a way out of here. Okay, now let's go upstairs.
We're in some backyard of this prison, and this cop is chasing us. Now we've got to get past him, and then we're going up the stairs. Let's get up there as fast as we can. Okay, now we're going to climb up these steps, and we finally did it. Cool. Now let's do a jump right into this vent. Great, that guy didn't catch us.
But it looks like we're in some kind of mental room, and this is where we need to find a way out. Look, this tile looked pretty weird, and it turns out there was a lever behind it. Okay, we pulled that lever, and now we're going straight to the security room.
Well, now it looks like we're gonna have to guess the right button. Oh my god, look at this woman trying to scare us. Wow, look at that. We finally found the button we were looking for.
And now we've reached some prison cells. By the way, look at this. Looks like there's something in here. Let's pick it up. It was a key card, but now I hear footsteps. Sounds like someone's coming after us. It's that cop again. Geez, this guy seems pretty intent on catching us, but I think we can get away from him with the key card. Yeah, look at that. We finally managed to roll down this slide, and it looks like we fell into some kind of sewer.
Ooh, I think it stinks pretty bad in there. Okay, now we have to get through all these lasers. I hope we do well on the first try, because this challenge actually looks quite difficult.
Okay, now we need to make a jump, and we did it on the first try. Okay, well now we'll need to escape the next boss. I hope we can actually do it.
We found some kind of road, and I hope it's the right one. Look at that, it's right behind us. It looks like it's gonna kill us right now. Okay, I think we're running in the right direction. Yeah, look at that. We found some new route, and it looks like we can actually escape her now. Look at that. We actually made it through this challenge on the first try.
Well, now we'll just have to run forward. Looks like we finally made it to the exit. Oh no, that guy's right behind us. Looks like we need to lure him into a trap.
Yeah, look at that. We activated this thing and this guy fell through the ground. Great. Looks like we finally managed to defeat this boss. This guy was really as creepy as possible.
Look at this. It looks like we've gotten to some place, and now we're going to have to get a train to get out of here. Let's get on this train and go forward. Hopefully, it can finally take us straight to the exit. It's funny how that miner's helmet stayed on our heads. looks like it really helped. Look, our train is traveling at a fast-forward speed. It looks like we're going through some kind of forest, but the trees here look as strange as possible. They look like some kind of pictures or something.
Okay, let's wait for this train to get farther away. Look, there's a cliff up ahead. Looks like we're going down. Oh no, our train has fallen.
Oh, okay. Looks like we should stay on one of these train wrecks so we can get to the finish line of this game. Well, this game really was as creepy as possible because of the insanely scary atmosphere, but we passed pretty much every challenge on the first try, except for the challenge with those creepy spikes.
And now we finally made it to the final location. Well, I really enjoyed this game a lot. By the way, look at this. We can turn into this guy. He looks really creepy. Also, it looks like he has braces or something on his teeth. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed playing this game. Now I think it's time to head straight to the next game. By the way, look at that. We could turn it on, but we won't. After all, it's going to be much more interesting to go through this game with the conditions that we've been put in. So, let's start going through these challenges right now.
So far, there is absolutely nothing complicated going on here. We just need to run ahead. Okay, it looks like we're going to get more of these pop-up notifications now. I think we should try to avoid them until the next point.
It looks like we can't jump here either, but if we could still do it, we'd pass this challenge much faster. Okay, we've reached the next save. Wait, seriously, we can't jump here either.
Okay, can't we just run forward? Yes. Look at this. It turns out we can just run through these trials without stopping. Look at this. It looks like we have to keep climbing up these ladders to get across these red platforms. Okay, we did it very easily. Now we will need to plot the right route. I wonder which platform we should choose.
I think we'll take the green one. Wow, look at that. We got it right on the first try. Now we're going to go for red, and we're right again. I think it makes the most sense now if we choose yellow.
Look, we didn't go down again. Okay, we're really lucky that we guessed the right platforms. Now we have to run as carefully as possible so that we don't touch those red walls, and we win again. Awesome.
Now let's go up this spiral staircase. I think we should definitely be able to get to the top without jumping. All right, we're at the top. Now let's go down these stairs, which also instantly disappear under our feet. Good thing we made it. Okay, now we have to somehow overcome all these balls. And we overcome them all as carefully as possible without any problems.
Okay, now we're gonna have to go up these stairs. Let's hurry up and get to the top. Cool, we're at the top. And now we have to run as fast as we can.
Oh no, look at that. Turns out there was a platform that tricked us. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to pass the tests now. In the here and now, we have passed all of these tests with the utmost skill.
Okay, this is where we have to guess again. Okay, we guessed the first correct door. Now we've come in here, and unfortunately, we've taken damage. Oh my god, did you see that? Oh, okay, looks like we had to choose the green and purple platform several times. I wonder which one to pick last.
Oh no, unfortunately we picked wrong again. Well, okay, now let's be as careful as we can. And now we're going to have to go through here again. And now we're going to go through here again.
Wow, cool. We were able to pass that test. We did it on the third try, but I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Again, we got to the challenge where we have to guess the correct platform.
Okay, the first platform was right, and now I think we'll go for the yellow one. Oh no, unfortunately we've fallen down. Well, in that case, I think we should go for the green platform. We're definitely not gonna fall. Cool, we've overcome this whole ordeal, and now we're moving on. We've made it to another save again, and now we're heading straight up these platforms forward.
Look, we've gotten to this red arrow. Okay, now we're going up these stairs, and then we're going to go straight ahead. I wonder what challenges lie ahead.
Let's take a look at this. We've climbed up the ladder, and now we're moving on these platforms. Hooray! We made it through all these challenges. It was pretty easy.
Well, now we need to run forward as fast as we can, and then we're going to pick up some weird yellow things. Wait, is it just me? Or is this some kind of maze where we have to follow them straight through? Okay, I hope they actually lead us to the exit. The key is not to touch the walls because we'll take damage. Look, we can just zoom out the camera. You actually have to move. It's kind of like a chit.
It's gotten a lot easier for us to get through this game. We've gotten past all those weird points, and now we're moving forward further on this weird yellow platform. So far, all the challenges here are really as easy as possible.
Look at how high we're jumping. Wow, that's really cool. Okay, well now we're moving on, and now we're gonna have to carefully jump and land right on these platforms.
Look at how easy we have it. We're moving forward now. There's a platform here that's trying to move us backwards, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We can just keep moving forward no matter what. Look where we've gotten to. It's a challenge with some kind of creepy cube that has a huge amount of drool in its mouth, but we were able to trick it, and now we're just moving forward. It was a pretty easy challenge.
I thought it would take us a little longer. Okay, look at this. Now we're moving through these Oreo cookies and we were able to pass this challenge again. Wow, that was really, really easy and simple.
Okay, now we just need to keep moving forward no matter what so we don't fall down. God, this challenge is really one of the easiest in this game. It's going pretty well so far.
We're handling all the challenges with real skill. I don't think we even need the jump function here. Now it looks like we're going to have to head further up this giant spiral staircase. Look at how tall it is. Okay, it looks like it's going to take an infinite amount of time to climb it. Well, let's begin our ascent to the top.
By the way, we got to some other players and it looks like some of them didn't even make it through the challenge. Look, and we're really overtaking everyone. It looks like we're moving really as fast as possible.
Looks like we're about to catch up to the next player. Yeah, look at that. It would be cool if we could actually know how to push them, but unfortunately, we